I do not care how this video performs. This is for my legacy and also for my mental health. This video is not planned at all. So it's 11:42 and I haven't filmed a podcast style video, just sit down video in a while. So let's get into it. I am back from California now. My last video was a day before leaving, and I'm back from California now. The video's footage, or about 95% of it, I do believe, has been filmed for the California video. The California video will be my biggest video yet in terms of production, in terms of editing, color grading, storytelling. Everything will be maxed out to what I've done previously, right? It will be the best thing that I put out yet on my channel, maybe of 2024, right? What does that mean? That means it's going to be a lot of work to get that video done. I haven't begun editing at all, and I've been back from Cali almost a week now. I'm rocking some of the merch that I got. It's the only merch that I got from Cali, but it's nice. But yeah, it's going to take a lot of work to get that video done, and I'm going to do it right. And so now I have to fill in videos to continue trying to get out weekly. This is a video that didn't necessarily need to be filmed. For my mental health, I kind of felt like it needed to be filmed, and also I need to get a video out. And I know some of y'all, this really helps, just me talking. So hello. Anyway, like I said, it's going to be a lot of work to get that video out. And so I don't know when it's coming out. So I'm going to have to film videos to fill in between then. And part of me just wants to go get the Cali video out. But I know what it could be if I spend a lot of time working it. And so I'm going to wait, and I'm going to put in work in it, and I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. And sometimes on YouTube, it feels like you're in a constant battle with the algorithm. And I have made the decision over the last week I'm not going to look at analytics anymore for the channel, at least for a little while. I'm not going to look at YouTube Studio. Obviously, I'll have to see the views, but I'm not going to look at click-through rate. I'm not going to look at average view duration, especially not like my 1 out of 10 performance. So for anyone who's not a YouTuber, you have the YouTube Studio app, and it allows you to see your analytics for how each video performs. And for some channels like Mr. Beast, that's a very valuable asset to have. When you are optimizing for retention, for click-through rate, for most views, yeah, the analytics are very important to have. But if you are doing something creative like I am, if you're doing something, maybe this is the right word for it, if you're doing something more indie, if you're doing something more unique that doesn't really fit into the YouTube algorithm's wants for a channel, looking at analytics can be very, very depressing. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes, it's like your own. It's a drug, because you get on, especially when a video is popping off. You refresh it, and you see the views go up every single time, and you see the comments come in. It feels amazing. Like, yes, people notice me. I mean something. I helped over 4,000 people, or at least did something in the course of their day. That's really cool. But I know you've probably heard this before, but it's true. You could have 100 great comments, people just absolutely praising you, saying how much you changed their life for example. And you can have two, not even two, just one negative comment. And that's the one that sticks with you. You remember a negative thought instantly, right? Somebody, what is on my camera? There's like something floating. If I crash out. Anyway, you remember a negative thought instantly. For you to remember a positive thought, it takes 12 seconds. So I read this comment, a negative comment, instantly it sticks with me. Probably throughout the day, maybe throughout the week. And I read all these other positive comments, and I'm just scrolling and reading, like, they don't stick, and they all just kind of mash together, like, man, there's a group of people out there who do like me, but then there's like this one person who's like really doesn't like me. I don't like that. So I'm not going to look at the analytics anymore, because I thought about it, like, oh man, like I want the channel to perform well, of course, and I want to be able to live off this eventually. So it was like a big part of me was like scared of like, dude, like you need to be looking at the analytics. But what's more important to me? The expression of this art, which is videography and storytelling, telling what I want to tell, even though it doesn't feed into what the algorithm wants, the taste of the algorithm. Is that more important, doing my own thing and being truly who I am and expressing myself through my true unique style of art? Or is it, man, like I really want to keep this in, but it's going to hurt the video, so I'm going to take it out so I get a better retention span or something. And that's when I'll justify, like, yeah, we're going to do our own thing. We're not going to look at it. And whatever happens, happens. We're going to keep grinding, but we're going to do it my way. Whatever happens, happens. So that's something YouTube-wise, right? I'm working on the Cali video. I'm trying to get a video out every week. Like, I'm filming mostly every single day. Since I've got back from Cali, I've been just trying to like just settle back in kind of deal. Because Cali was a lot of load with the filming. It's the most I'd ever filmed, like consistently day after day. I'm going to the restaurants, I'm hiking, and my arms baked because I'm carrying around this heavy camera. It's the most I've ever done. And so, cool experience, and it brought me to a new level of, okay, this is what hard feels like. But now it's just like, okay, get back into the swing of things with work, with basketball, with school, with trying to work out, and it's like all that. So anyway, that's the YouTube thing. Let's talk about me. And I'm going to be talking to my future self here. I'm talking to myself right now, but I'm going to be talking to my future self here. Think of this as like a journal, a dialogue between me and who I am a couple months down the line. Life's been rough lately. It hasn't all been peachy keen. I got off track. And I don't know how. It's like one moment you're on the right track. You're doing everything. You're praying every night. You're reading the Bible in the morning and before you go to sleep. There's still struggles, but you're facing them. You're praying about them. God is right there. And then one day you wake up and he's not. That's what it feels like. One day you wake up and you're that guy you were BC, before Christ. That's me. Hello. That's me right now. You can only, man, right now, where I am, I cannot be as real as I would like to be on camera. A year, 2 years down the line, I hope to be able to talk about everything. But right now, for personal reasons, some things I cannot talk about. But like, you can only be so real on camera. And when the cameras are off, when I'm by myself, dude, like, I'm a free human being. I can do whatever I want. You can do things you're not supposed to. I'm pretty good at getting away with it. So real. Like, I know basically what I need to do to get away with the things that I desire to do in the flesh. And so I do it. Like, who's going to stop me? Yeah, that is a spider on my camera. Goodness. I'm watching that boy crawl up his web right now. Anyway. It is, it's quite scary right now at 17, knowing that I'll be 18 in like 10 months, 9 months, and hoping, a big hope, and trying my best to get there. In 2 years, by the time I'm 19, hopefully before I'm 20, hopefully is max, I'm on my own in a van across the country doing my own thing. And the thing is like, I know myself pretty well. I know my desires. I know what I'm prone to want to do. And I'm at the age where I fight my battles pretty much on my own. It's very rare that somebody comes into my life and like helps me or tries to help me fight my battles. I fight my battles on my own. When nobody's around, I don't tell nobody about them. The person I tell about my battles the most is my best friend. And then YouTube, probably. Like, that's where I open up and I talk about me. That's what I'm doing right now. And anyway, like, I know my desires and I know what I'm prone to want to do. And it's really scary at 17 knowing that I will be across the country, probably by myself, because I probably won't be married by then. Be across the country by myself, a free man, doing my own thing. Nobody's going to stop me from doing anything that I want to do. And I'm not like a villain, okay? I'm not trying to do anything insane. But things that go against my soul, things that go against what my Father in heaven has for me, right? Like, I'm just as real as anybody else. I have sinful desires, 100%. And I'm about to be on my own soon enough. And it's like, dang, dude, like, who's going to hold me accountable? Me? I'm not very good at holding myself accountable. Like, I'm getting better. And like, I want to lock in on life. And I have before. Right now, would I say I'm super locked in? Probably not. On YouTube, yeah, I'm locked in. Probably the most locked I've ever been on YouTube. grind wise, like every day I'm putting in work to achieve this. Gym, not very locked in on the gym, boys. Like, it's rough me getting into the gym. Like, I haven't worked out, lifted weights in probably a week and a half. It sucks. Like, I'm not locked in on that. I'm not locked in on my diet. I'm not locked in on really guarding my eyes. And that's a real one. Like, I'm not guarding my eyes enough. Spiritually, I'm not locked in like I want to be. Like I should be. Like I could be. Like I just feel like there's only so much you can spread yourself. Like you can only spread yourself so far. And so much is going to YouTube, and it's going to like work, school, basketball, and try to find some free time to like be inspired and read. Like, I haven't read like I want to, dude. Like, I haven't read the Bible that much recently. That's bad. Like, I haven't even, like, not to mention just that, but like I haven't read the books that like I just read for like other knowledge or just entertainment. Like, it's just go, 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 go. And just like the other day, like I got to sleep. Like, it was after California. I think it was the day after. I got to come home and I got to sleep in because I didn't have work. And I got to sleep in until like 11 o'clock. Like, I was walking on clouds that day. I felt so good. Like, I'm talking, I don't know if this can't just be a me thing, because something I've learned is like, you're never unique. You're never that unique. But you know that feeling like when you were a little kid, you might not feel it anymore. I sadly don't feel it as much as I would like to anymore. But when you were a little kid and it was your birthday, like you woke up knowing it was your birthday, like it was going to be a good day. And you had that feeling, that nostalgic feeling. I get it every now and then. And every time I get it, I'm like, oh, man, that brings me back. That's the feeling I had when I got to sleep in until 11 o'clock and like meander about the day how I saw fit. And like I was walking on those kind of clouds that day. Like, it was a good day that day. Why can't that be every day? Or at least more often? Like, I just feel like I'm spread really thin right now. And it's the stage of life that I'm in, right? You go through different stages of life, and this is just the one I'm in right now. I'm not saying that I'm wrong for feeling this way. I think I'm doing exactly what I should be doing. But that doesn't mean that I shouldn't like feel pain. Like, pain feels the same way. You can think about it in different ways, and sure, you can think about it one way that's more positive than the other way, but it still hurts. So yeah, I guess on a little life update, everything's not too great. And I guess like that's okay. That's okay that everything's not so great. I'm not depressed at all. Like, I wouldn't say I have any feelings of depression. A lot of confusion. A lot of confusion. A lot of stuff I don't understand. There's some anger. Not a lot, but there's some. Stress, yeah. It's more anxiety. Like, it's not really like, I guess it was kind of the same thing, but I feel like anxiety is more like worry about what could happen, what might happen. I don't know. Stress just feels a lot more present. Like, you're stressed in the moment. Anxiety, I don't know. I don't know what the best way. Anxiety, whatever. Stress, same thing, I guess. Whatever. Worrying about the future. Yeah. So that's kind of what I feel like. If I'm laying down in the bed at night and I'm thinking about life, like, I'm not just like, man, I love life right now, you know? And I've had that moment multiple times throughout my life, where life, I was just like, man, I love life right now. Life is great. But every time I get in those situations, I know like it's not going to last. Just like this situation is not going to last, the love life situation is not going to last. And normally when you get to the point to where you say, man, I love life right now, the fall it's not too far behind. Yeah. On a side note, my relationships with people are really good right now. Like my friends, like we are chilling and we're vibing. Yeah, relationships in life are great. I am naturally introverted, but I have grown so much since the age of 14 because all this self-development started at age 14. I hope this is still recording. Okay, man, we're chilling. Anyway, all this self-development started at age 14, and it's so cool to see how far I've come. Introverted, very self-conscious. To now a very outgoing person, a funny person, a person who's perfectly okay with being himself. And a person who's getting better at telling people in his life how he really feels about them. Like I'll tell somebody, like, I really respect your confidence. Or like if I just like, or one of my boys is looking good today. Like he's looking sharp. I'm like, man, dude, nice fit. Like you look good today. Well, if it's like a girl and this is a big one for me recently. Like if there's a beautiful girl, like I might DM her, and I got to get better at talking in person. Like I'm still kind of a meow when it comes to like talking to girls in person. Real talk. But like if I think a girl's beautiful, like I might DM her and be like, hey, I thought you were really pretty, or I thought you were beautiful. And just strike up a conversation. That's something that I'm proud of. Do I think I'm perfect in it? No. Do I think I have the right motives behind it all the time? No. But like I said, I'm only 17 and I'm working on it all the time. I had a thought. Oh yeah. And I guess ironically, we were just talking about like how much I've seen myself grow from 14 now to 17. Ironically, it's also kind of strange to look at and be like, how similar I still am to that kid at 14, freshman year of high school. Like it's sometimes scary, and it's sometimes like, ooh, he's still a part of me. Ugh, I don't like that. Because I think just about everything I hated about myself at 14, terrible acne, wasn't really self-confident at all, like terrible physique, skinny fat, was not grown into my body, looked goofy doing anything athletic, so not confident, super awkward, not to mention talking to girls, just with guys. Like I was weird, terrible fashion. I had nothing going for me. Nothing. Probably being a little bit hard. Probably had something. But like, in my eyes, nothing. And yeah, that little kid that I really hated at the time and still never want to go back to, that guy still lives inside of me, and he shows himself every now and then, sometimes a little too often. And it's like, one day we'll shut some of these bad habits up for good. But they still rear their ugly head sometimes. And man, they were so much worse back then. Man, there were some really bad. I'm talking around that age, 13, 14, darkest time of my life. Like, really dark. Really dark. That kid's still inside of me, and who probably will be for the rest of my life. But when we see these habits show themselves, I just have to have hope, knowing that I am working on myself every single day. It's something a good friend of mine told me, that I kind of asked a question about recently. Yeah, I guess I'll talk about it. I just won't share his name. A good friend of mine, really good looking guy, right? Really good looking guy. He has worked on himself. He's a good looking guy, right? And I say that in the most platonically friendship kind of way. Just a good looking guy. I asked him, and he's super confident, and I asked him, like, did you ever struggle with like self-consciousness? Were you ever like super self-conscious? Like, was that ever a big problem for you? Because you're super extroverted and I'm naturally introverted. So it's like, my problem is getting outside of my head. And to me, it just seemed like he was always extroverted. So I asked him that. And he texted me back, and something that stuck with me. He said, and this is a really, sounds so gay. This is a really good looking guy. And for him to say this, it means more. He says he looks in the mirror and he still feels disgusted. Like, he looks in the mirror and he's like, ew. But he has confidence in knowing that he's working on himself every single day. That, like, that version of himself is better than the person that was in the mirror yesterday. And that has helped me, because I struggle with self-image issues. And I think a lot of people, or some people, they look at me and they see this like guy who's talkative and he's okay with putting himself out on YouTube. So what, dude? Like, I don't like the way that I look, and I think I'm really dumb. There you go. Like, I think I'm really stupid. I don't think I'm that smart. And I don't think I'm very good looking at all. And it's not terrible. Like, I don't have no self-confidence. And I don't think I'm the ugliest person in existence. But I don't look at myself in the mirror and feel like, yo, 10 out of 10, bro. Yes. And I don't make a YouTube video or look at my YouTube videos and I'm like, man, dude, like, I am so smart. Like, I'm really a prodigy. Like, I don't do that. Yeah. I don't know why I said that, but I say that a lot. I realize in my videos, like, I repeat that a lot. Like, I think I'm stupid. I don't think I'm that much of anything, really. Like, I have big dreams, and I think I'm kind of a cool person, and I kind of look good, and I'm not that stupid. But I don't look at myself like a perfect human being. And I by no means think I'm any different from anybody else. And I think when I say that, I think the main thing is like, all I want to do is make sure everybody knows that I'm normal. Like, I just want to be normal, but I also want to be exceptional. And so this is the person who wants to be exceptional. This is the dilemma that you have to face. When you want to be exceptional, you cannot, in definition, be normal. Because if you are going to be exceptional, you cannot be normal. To be exceptional, you cannot be normal. But all you want to do is feel normal. All you want to do is feel like feel like you fit in. But then you also don't want to, because you want to be exceptional. And you're never going to be in perfect balance. You can only be one or the other. You can be exceptional and always feel like people don't understand you, because they don't, because you're exceptional. And certain exceptional people might understand you more than the average person, but they're still not going to understand you completely. Or you could just be normal, and then everybody understands you. Or most people understand you, but then you're just normal. And it's like, you're just normal. And that's okay. Like there's some, and everybody's exceptional in their own little way, right? Everybody's different. But the harsh reality is that some people do more for the world and society and for other people than other people do. Some people don't do that much for society or for other people. And some people do a lot. I want to be somebody who does a lot. And therefore, I'm going to have to take the hard path. And so sometimes when stuff happens to me, something happened to me recently, and I thought this, and it's happened before, but I forget what happened to me. Something happened, and I was just like, I could get really mad at this. Like, I could be really cynical. I could be kind of sad, or just, I think it was, I don't know, mad about this. But I'm like, you're taking the hard path. Like, it's not supposed to be easy. And I think this a lot. Like, maybe this was it. Like, when I'm feeling really stressed and or overwhelmed or anxiety about the future, or where I want to be in the next 2 years or 3 years, or just like what might happen, what I might fall into. It's like, dude, like, I could get really mad. Like, why do I have to feel this way? You don't. You don't. Go take the normal path. Go to college. Go get a normal job and eat, or just go take the normal path. Don't try to rush everything. Don't try to get rich young. Go to college, get a degree, get a normal job, like get married, and go do that. And you won't have all this stress up front like you do right now. But you're not going to be exceptional. And that's the price you have to pay. Be exceptional and have everything up front when you're young. At least for me. Be exceptional and have all this stress, pain, feel like people don't understand you, this pulling away from society. Or go take the normal path, dude, and it's a lot easier. But then you just don't get to be exceptional. And it's like, being exceptional being exceptional to me is worth the price of dealing with all this other stuff. And that's for me. It's not for everybody. For a lot of people I know, it's not for. For maybe a small few, maybe it is for, but it's up to them. Yeah. So we've talked about YouTube, we've talked about life and my worries and stuff. We've been filming for a little bit over half an hour now. What else? But yeah, life's just not peachy keen right now. And I'm okay with it. Obviously, I want it to be better. I want to feel better. I want to feel like I'm more on top of things. I want to feel like I'm not off the rails, derailed. But it is what it is, and it's the price I have to pay to be exceptional. And I guess we'll talk about this, and we'll probably wrap this up. Being derailed. I say that in a Christian way. I say that as a Christian. Some people might watch me and they might not be Christian. Dude, I was there. I was an atheist. If you're an atheist, I'm just going to tell you to pray right now. And that's all I'm going to say. Like, I'm not going to try to super evangelize to you in this video. Go listen to my testimony video if you want to hear my full testimony. But yeah, just try praying genuinely and just talk. Don't hide anything. Like, when I pray, I don't hide anything. God sees my entire mind. If I think a dirty thought while I'm praying, I'm like, and you just saw that. I don't hide anything. And that makes prayer life really genuine, and it makes it really personal. But yeah, when I mean derailed, it's like, and this is, I don't want to say this, but I will say it. I'm not a very good Christian. At least I haven't been recently. And I was journaling before this. I think what happened is I prayed for this and I took God's blessing and I went too far with it. So what happened was, before, about a month ago, I was really, really being hard on myself for sins. And I would sin, obviously, because I'm not perfect. And then it would just weigh on me, like, all this guilt, all this shame. When I knew I'd been set free from it. I know I'm supposed to be free from this. Who the Son has set free is free indeed. And I have all these Bible verses that I've remembered that I would repeat. And I still felt super guilty. And I remember I prayed, like, God, just like, give me the wisdom, give me the perspective so that I am not just immensely guilty for these things. And I'm not saying, and I could be wrong in this interpretation, and I might be. But what I think happened is God let me sin. He didn't force me to. He didn't want me to. I don't know. This is the best way to articulate this, because I don't know if that's actually what happened. There were some small sins that I did. Like, small stuff. And I just, like, this could be really bad and I could be really wrong. So take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm talking to myself right now. I understand this, and I understand that speaking it to an audience could confuse some people and that you might not understand it, because I don't know if I have the vocabulary enough to explain this in the right way. So like I said, I'm just talking. So just listen. And don't necessarily like take this as advice, right? So what happened was I fell back into some small sins, and I lived in them. And the thing is, it just didn't stop there. And now I'm at a point to where ooh, that's something that you said you weren't going to do anymore. You just did it. Ooh, that's something you haven't done in 7 months. And you just did it. Ooh, not good. Not good. Ooh, you shouldn't be saying that. And you've said it a lot lately. And that's where I'm at right now. And that's where I'm at right now. It went too far. I gave the devil a foothold. And now, look where I'm at right now. And it's super scary, again, because I still don't feel very guilty. I still don't feel really ashamed. And I don't know if that's a blessing because it's an answered prayer or it's because I'm that far from God. I have no idea. And that's another example of me being really confused and feeling really stupid. Because in a way, it's an answered prayer. But in another way, it's like, I probably should feel pretty bad about that. But it's like I don't want to go back to feeling super guilty and feeling just depressed because I'm like, oh man, I just did something small and now I'm like, feel like I'm cooked. But now it's like you just did something pretty serious. Like you said you weren't going to do that anymore. Now you just did that. And it's like you still don't feel that guilty. It's like, how is that going to keep you from going back and doing it again? And it's like I'm fighting these battles on my own. And I understand that people in my life are going to watch this video and they're going to try to help me fight it. You cannot help me fight this battle. This is my battle and I fight it alone. You can pray for me. Please do so. Right? Please do so. But you cannot help me fight this. And when you try to help me, it makes it harder. And this is a battle between me. This is a battle about fixing my heart. This is a battle of attack it at the roots. Attack it at the roots. Don't put a topical on it. You know, like when you have acne, I know all about this. When you have acne, you get these topical creams to like put on your face, like, and they have benzoyl peroxide and all that in it, and it helps the acne go away and get better. But that doesn't cure the acne. You know, the acne starts from a diet, hormonal, or something like that. Like it's not attacking it at the roots. It's just like trying to like unclog the pores and like dry out your skin, I guess that's a decent analogy. Like I have to do this on my own. This is a personal journey. It's a journey between me and God. It's something I have to pray about. It's something that I have to clean out myself. And like I said, I'm at the age where I fight my battles on my own. And if I need you and I want your help, I will come to you. I am the kind of person who will not keep it to themselves if they cannot handle it. And I will open up on my own time. But I fight my battles on my own. And this is something between me and God. And like, I don't even know if this is going to get posted. This part, at least. If it is, amazing. If it's not, also amazing. But yeah, like I just feel a little derailed. And yeah, I'll talk about this real fast. Think of it like a train. You know, if you're an atheist, agnostic, or just not a Christian, you're off the train, right? You're not on the train. Think of it like an atheist. For this specific one, you're not on the train. You're out in the world and you're living your own life and you're doing your own thing. But then you hop on the train. God slows the train down. This is God's train. This is the path God has for you. God slows the train down so that you can get on the train. He slows your life down. Right? And sometimes that hurts. I pray all the time that God doesn't have to hurt me to get my attention. It's like, God, if I get too far away, and I always say, like, if I stop praying, that's when, like, God, you wreck me. I give you full consent. If I stop praying, you come in and you wreck me. Because that, like, I don't care. You do something to get my attention back. Because what's the point of gaining the world if a man loses his soul? But I also pray it never gets to that point. I pray that you never have to hurt me to get my attention. I pray I just come back on my own. Yeah, so God slows down the train slow down your life so that you can get on the train and keep going. And I just feel like I stepped off the train. And I pray all the time. It's a real fear of mine that I might be the seed that fell among the rocks or the thorns. I forget which one it was. I think it's the thorns. The seed that fell along the thorns. And the desires of this life strangled out all the passion that they had for God. Like, in the beginning, like, it's really scary sometimes, because it's like, in the beginning I had a lot of passion for God, and it's talked about in this specific parable, the parable of the seeds, I think. Like, I had a lot of passion for God up front, and I still have passion, and I still want to, like, become an evangelist when I get my van and a missionary. But then it's also like, man, bro, like, sometimes this world seems so cool. And it's like, what's one time gonna hurt? Pray for me, guys. Pray for me. And I guess we'll see where we are. 3 months. I'll probably film another one of these at the end of the year. So we'll see where we are in about 4 months. I love you guys. And I hope somebody finds these videos valuable. I know these probably aren't very entertaining. I hope you find them valuable. They're valuable for me just filming them. And they're valuable for me to go back and watch. So at the end of the day, this is for me. And if you find this enjoyable, lovely. If you don't, totally understand. I might not be interested in somebody else's just rambling on about life, but maybe mine's interesting, and that's not even the point. I just hope it's valuable. Good luck. Whatever you're trying to do in life, I wish you all the best. All the best. Whether that's being a filmmaker, whether that's being a veterinarian, whether that's a lawyer. I mean, anything, dude. Like, whatever your dream is, whatever your passion is, I wish you all the best, and I hope you achieve that and more. I hope you achieve that and more. I love you. I'm praying for you. I'm rooting for you, even though I might not know you and have no idea what your dreams are. I'm rooting for you. And like I said, good luck, good night, good morning. Whenever you're watching this video, good luck. And amen to your dreams. I'll see you later. Peace.